That's key. And if we can do that and continue to work on some of the things that we'll be disclosing in the next week or two, you will see why some of us have been quiet, because we've been doing the late work, and the other ones have been out there doing what we need to. Everybody got their responsibilities. Everybody's doing it now. And I'm proud to be a part of this council. I really am. Because from what I've seen over the years, this is a major improvement. And it's not because I'm on the council. But my temperament is pretty, I don't let too many people get under my skin. Because I know what the goal is. I know where we're trying to get the city to. I know what we're trying to do. I know about Patterson Park, Forest Hills, and Grand Patsy Hill. Everybody don't know that we used to call them and go stay riding the hot chocolate back in the day.
Bowman.
So, I mean, those I remember. Kawan's Barber Shop. You know, but those are yesterday. I'm not going to get that back. But what I can do is try to at least bring the quality of services that we had. You know, the rubbish man used to go in the backyard and get the trash with a little cart they pulled. I mean, I remember those things. And the meat market at the corner of Melbourne. And my mother would give me the money and put it in a little piece of paper and put it in my hand and go up there and just give it to the man. And the white man take the money and give me the food and I go back home. That was amazing back then. But I can't bring those stores back, but we need to do some investments to bring back quality services, at least to the residents as far as snow plowing, pothole resurfacing. I mean, it can be done. It can be done. And you know, I'm not going to point fingers at people, but management, finances, somebody has to be held accountable for it. The administration could do a little bit better. In my opinion, I think that I would rather see that money, some of that money that's going to chief of staff and executive directors, to go to our finance director, so we got him full time. Because right now we're in critical condition and we got a part-time finance director. That's not fair to him. That's not fair to us. I'd rather see him. I'd rather see him get 40 hours a week plus and get a full pay than have somebody else's chopping the block on everybody else. That should be done around. Turn around. Anyway, once again, April 18th, I got my award meeting, but everybody's invited because it's more than an award, like I said. We're a city, and that'll be at 2 o'clock at the East Public Library. Okay. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
You know, it's good, and I hope that everybody understands that, and we're not just sitting up here whistling Dixie. And I'm very passionate about my city. But emotions don't get things done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? And I just want to correct my good friend, Ms. Bowman. I love her to death.
I know you do. They love Christ and healing.
I know. But I'm not in the business of violence. I know when to hold and when to fold. I know when to jump out the box and when to stay in the box. And right now, the council has been quiet because they have been working diligently on a plan. And everybody has been asking, what are you doing? And I was always told, if you ain't got nothing substantial to say, don't say nothing. Wait until you got something to really say that people can listen to. And Mr. Wheeler says that he don't talk very loud and he doesn't let people get up on his skin. But I let you get up under my skin because I'm a public servant. And public servants are there to take the abuse and the misuse of the residents. And I was asked today, I was in a meeting today, and I was asked today, like Mr. Wheeler, what are you going to do? I don't think anybody said that we were bankrupt.
It's been out there.
I never said we were bankrupt. I never said that. I said you can have the money. Okay? You can have a dime and still don't have no money. That don't mean you got money. And one more thing before I forget it, I want to recognize Mr. Adams because he was sick, and now he's back in the fold. And I want to say welcome back and thank God he let you live a little bit longer because a lot of us live in here. I also want to make sure I had the clerk to put together this Open Meeting Act. And just because 3 people meet, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're overriding the Sunshine Law. Under the Sunshine Law, you can meet, but there are certain things that you can have in this meeting. and discuss in this meeting. That's what this council has been doing. Meeting, wheeling, and dealing. And when we come out, we'll have something to show you. We just don't sit around talking. Mr. King is doing something. Mr. Martin is doing something. I want to commend him. I hope he's as passionate when he goes over there and read to those school kids, because I've heard about that. And we got a candidate here that's running for re-election office, and I'm telling you, he's been pitching a boogie at me. Okay? So, I'm saying to you that we've been watching the finances. Remember when you saw that big white truck out there? The mayor's truck that he's in?
What do you mean, a vehicle?
You mean our truck? Yeah.
I said the truck that the mayor is in. I didn't say who owned it. There was a check written for the vehicle and the vehicles. Okay? Nobody knew about that check, because there was a fund that a checkbook, monies could be written off that check, and nobody knew about it. Okay, Mr. O'May, let me talk, please let me talk. Okay, I don't need. So when somebody asks, where's the money? You didn't know. The finance director didn't know the truck was, let me get that straight. The law director didn't know that the truck was out till he went out and looked out the window. And that was only after I told the assistant law director that a check had been written for that truck and the vehicle. They had their own checkbook. Ms. Bowman?
I'm listening.
Okay. Mr. Struggles? They had their own checkbook. Now the council don't know who got what check or where it is, but they got it now. They know now, because the council president knew all of this, and the council president was following the money along with the people on the committee. All of that, those funds now are in the finance department. The finance department. They wasn't in there before. If you segregate some funds, you know where they are. We know what banks that are the money's in. We have a list of those. We know what money is in the bank. And I can truly say that Mr. Johnson, Mr. O'May, don't want to go to jail. So Mr. Johnson will tell you and anybody in a minute, if that money ain't in the bank, I am not signing for it.
Oh, that's right.
All right? So am I telling you where the money is?
Yes,
I'm telling you now. Irby, I'm telling you where the money is. Now, that $10 million or amount of money that Cleveland Clinic did, that money was asked for up front. And when you ask the mayor what went wrong with the money, what he did with the money, he said, I spent it. He spent it. And it was asked, so could have it up front by the then finance director to pay bills. As was ATS, those cameras out there. Right. The lady that's in a problem over at Maple Heights is their finance director, and they finna go under right now. Right. She asked for a upfront money from ATS. And then, when she asked for it, that threw East Cleveland finances in a tizzy, because we had to pay on that money. And not too long ago, did the finance director finished paying off that, and the auditor finished paying off that money that we got up front. Okay? The collection agency that was supposed to be collecting these tickets and things, which I told y'all not to pay in the first place, they collect the money, but East Cleveland didn't get
Did
it.
anything.
Didn't
I
get
know
it.
about that now.
And then you sit down and you make an agreement to get money, and you don't, and you have to make a certain percentage, or you have to do 50% of something in order to get your money. So ladies and gentlemen, ask yourselves where the money is. Come on in and start looking. You can complain and you can be abusive and misuse us and make us become collateral damage all you want. Ms. Domain, you've been a council person. Ms. Gladys, you've been a council person. There is nothing that you can do if you're not running the day-to-day operation. And even Mr. Beers, who used to tell me, and I used to get very upset with him, I don't run the day-to-day operation. Talk to the mayor. So now what y'all tell me, talk to the hand. And the mayor tells us we done did what we had to do. So everything that we do is our responsibility. Yep. And Mr. Eby, we want you to, we want you to understand that we love our city. We don't want a merger. We don't want to lose anything. But how many of you guys hit the ceiling when the government lowered your property rates? See, that's where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going. But what I'm saying to you, your property is valuable. And when somebody comes in to buy, now you can't even sell that house that was once $70 and $80 and $100,000. You can only sell it for $35,000 to $40,000 unless you're going up the hill. Now, all I'm saying to you is that merging is not on my list. Finances is on my list, because if I can't pay a bill right now, they're going to cut off the lights. If I can't pay the gas, you ain't going to have the gas. Boy, you ain't got no air, you ain't going to have the air conditioner. If I can't pay anything, we are not going to move. And everybody got problems. Everybody, if there's a lot of people that's losing their home, they're not even telling you. Your next door neighbor might be losing your home, and they're not going to tell you because they're in foreclosure, and they're too ashamed to tell you. So the money is, we're following the money. I'm telling you where the money is. It's being spent like the mayor said. And I don't know how it's been spent when he had it. But since I'm overseeing, I can tell you where the money is. I can tell you what bank is in. I can give you a list of the banks. I can give you anything that you want, and it's now being kept in that council office. We got contracts that we didn't even know we had. Wow. Okay? And just ask for them. Public record. So I'm just going to let you know, I'm supposed to be doing my job. And when I do my job is required to be the representative of the people, for the people, by the people. Except I'm not going to continue to let y'all abuse my council here and misuse them and make them collateral damage. And I didn't kill Christ. So I want you to know that. And Ward 2 meeting is going to be the 4th Monday of the month. And you can always reach me, and people are reaching me at 7:30 in the morning at my home. I've had my own cell phone. You can call me, and those people that say they can't get me, they ain't call me. All right? So I want to say thank you for coming out tonight. It's late. Everybody got a chance to speak. Everybody got a chance to hear everybody. And hopefully that when you go and sign petitions that you read, I'll have to quote a former council person If you don't read, you can't leave.
No, that's.
Let me ask you a question right here.
Motion to
Let me,
adjourn.
Wait, before you adjourn here. It would be, this is only a suggestion, not to tell you, but it would be nice if council would send something out like flyers to some of the community, or either be at your meeting, how they stand on so-called emerge, or whatever.
we're coming out.
You're coming out.
We're coming out.
That's all I want to say.
We're coming out.
Motion to adjourn.